What's up, family? Jared the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Let the King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
What's up, good people? BetOnline is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
Folks, back on the Bossman Show. You see the man on the screen. Friend of the show is going to UMES, Princess Anne, Maryland, to my man Jason Crafton, going to stay out of New York. What's good, brother? How you doing?
Yeah, New York is in the house now via Maryland, Eastern Shore Hawks. New logo, one way. Let's do it, boss man.
Now, Jay Kraft, I'm gonna blow your mind with a stat, brother. This is your 11th time on this show, brother.
Wow, is that right?
Yes.
I'm a veteran, man. I'm in the Bossman Hall of Fame for appearances.
Only one man that has you beat.
Who's that?
Fullerton, my man, E.J. Taylor. He's going to show 14 times.
Oh wow.
I can't even believe when they said, "Hey, he's been on the show. It's his 11th appearance." Like, for real? Hey, it don't feel like it though, brother. It don't feel like it though.
Time flies, man. You've been with us since day one of this journey. It's been an intense grind, as you know, and we've covered some ground, and now we got a new wave upon us after doing some great dynamic things, and we want to do more and keep pushing this program forward.
100%, man. For those who need a refresher, man, tell them about the one-way moniker, man, and the one-way mindset, and how that's really changed your program for the better, moving all one way in one direction, brother.
Yeah, one way for us it's a combination of two themes for us, and one is tenacity. So that's kind of our edge. We define that as the ultimate combination of passion, toughness, and intensity. So when you see us out there playing extremely hard, being number one in the nation in turnovers forced, number one in the nation in steals per game, and being one of the best defensive teams in the country, a lot of that comes from that tenacity, and that's part of the one-way mantra. So, that's a big part of it. And then the other part of it is family, and then we have a family pyramid that has a lot of different dynamics by which we define family. So it's not just about our togetherness and sharing the basketball. It's an on and off the court lifestyle that we try to live by. So when we put the family dynamics of what we're trying to do and we combine that with our tenacity, that's our way. So we try to apply that in everything we do, whether it's in the classroom, trying to get a great GPA. Our guy just got a 3.4 GPA for summer school, so we're excited about that. All right, we've been the academic award winner on our campus with a 3.6 2 years ago. We've really just moved the needle in improving our APR, improving our academic standing, while also improving our basketball, competitiveness on the floor in terms of pushing this program forward. So that's what One Way is about, and it's not easy. It's trying to keep us on track to doing things with a certain level of accountability and standards to that One Way in everything we do.
And Jay Craft, how much have you grown as a person, man, from taking this job 5 years ago to now, man? How much you say you've grown as a person taking this job? How has this job really helped you in your personal life as well? Growth, man, what you have to having to do what you had to do, be the spokesman of this program, do a lot of tough times. Now look at what all your hard work has paid off now.
Yeah, it's a different type of grind at Maryland Eastern Shore. Historically in Division I basketball, and I knew it was a tough job when I got it. I knew it was one of the tougher jobs in the country. What I didn't realize is that percentage-wise, historically, Maryland Eastern Shore has been the losingest program in Division I basketball over the last 40, 50 years or whatever the case may be. So it's the challenge of overcoming that lack of culture, lack of success has been grand. It's been a grand challenge. It's been one that I've never seen before, and it's been one that is really required a every day, just 7 day a week, 365 day a year, just grind mentality. And we've been able to get the right types of guys in here and keep the right types of guys over a course of time that have been able to help make that happen. So I've grown just in terms of just rebuilding something. I actually can't even say rebuilding, igniting something at Maryland Eastern Shore that's not really been a part of the basketball culture with any type of consistency, and then trying to find a way to keep it moving forward. So it's been a unique challenge. I've grown a lot as a basketball coach, as a man, as a person. As much as I've added some grays to my beard, I've also tried to find a way to stay in the best shape possible to be the best, have the most energy possible that I can have, not just on game day, but every single day, to infuse that energy into our program, and our players feed off of it. And it's a lot about it helps us, keep moving this thing.
No doubt, man. And I know last year, seeing you get 18 wins, knowing what I know on and off the floor that goes on, I was happy for you because I know how much you poured into this. And to get 18 wins, really could have got more than that. Game or two here or there, to be honest. But the fact of the matter is that to put it off of Eastern Shore, knowing the history, knowing how you came there, and knowing what you had to do, and I know it's rewarding for me as a friend of yours, but I know how do you feel for you, man, actually being in the trenches every day going through it.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of our players will recognize that, we've moved the needle here, but a lot of them will also say we didn't get the job done. And that was our rhetoric last year, job not done. And we continue that mantra now. We didn't get the job done in terms of, winning the conference championship and then going to the NCAA tournament and winning games. I think the last time we talked, that was something that we've been really talking about with our program, is not just one day making it to the NCAA tournament, but winning games. So we didn't get the job done in that regard. But along the way, we did do some amazing things with a group of 8 seniors last year that stuck together. Most of them had been here throughout the journey. And that's what made us one of the most together teams in the country. We got old, the old school way, the right way, in terms of keeping guys together and retaining them and letting them kind of build and make things happen just from being together for so long. There were games last year, Bossman, where we began to huddle and those 8 seniors were running the show. And they knew what to do from being around. They were a part of a canceled season, couldn't practice, all those dynamics. So they had a brotherhood. And that's something that we're trying to reignite right now. So, that's what last year was. And winning the 18 games was cool, but also what we did the year before and winning 11 and just putting those 2 seasons together and having a nice 2-year run here. Now we got to build off that. And we got to do that with a new group of guys. We got 5 returners. Not many were starters or big impact players that everybody's going to remember. You remember Chase Davis a little bit. You remember Troy Hupstead a little bit. But outside of that, it's a lot of new faces. So it's a new challenge. It's the same journey, and it's the same way. And we're still excited about the group of guys we have in terms of trying to recreate and reignite that success.
Then Jay Craft, I know you have to bring in some money for the school, of course, by being men's basketball with no football. So talk to me about scheduling now. I know when we first talked, everybody wanted to play you. Now it's like they know you defend like crazy Warren Steels. So how is scheduling been this time around this year, man? Knowing you had to bring in money for the school as well.
Scheduling gets harder every year. We're in the upper half in terms of, having to bring in, some of the most money in the country in that regard. And we've got an administration that's working hard to continue to lower that number. But right now we're still in that upper trend. And with that being said, we try to be creative with the types of games that we play. We try to keep it in the region. I think you remember my first year, the schedule I inherited, we were flying all over. We were going to Oklahoma. We were at Baylor. We were at Stanford. We were probably spending more money on travel than we were actually maybe bringing in, So,
yes,
we've tried to be more strategic with it and play games that are a little bit more in our region. It's been a journey because we still got to bring in a lot of money. Last year we played against Duke, and that was a great experience for our guys. And, this year we'll play at Notre Dame. That'll be a great experience. We'll play at VCU, NC State. Those will be some of the headliner games, but we'll also have some other games that we'll play as well that, opening up at Temple, which is a rematch from last year. Many people remember we won that game at Temple, so I'm sure they'll be ready for us. It's we try to play the games in locations where we have alums, where it makes sense regionally for us from a recruiting standpoint, trying to get back to that New York area as much as we can, that Philly area, that DMV area as much as we can, and then tapping into North Carolina a little bit. So that's how we do it. And we've got some great games on the slate, and I'm sure our guys are excited to play them and try to go out there and compete to win a few if we can.
In this summer, Jay Craft, in the spring, tell me about the guys who you brought in, man, and who really wowed you when you got them on the court to seeing what they can really do.
Yeah, I think we've got 8 new guys, so it's going to be hard to sit here and talk about every single guy. But I think a guy that really grew this summer was Elijah Wilson from Toledo, 6'5" guard that can really shoot the basketball, can kind of be a 3-and-D guy for us. He'll be a junior. He's got length. He plays good on the ball defense, and he's a good athlete. So we look for him to be a guy that can, make an impact for us right away as an older guy as a transfer. We've got a player from State Fair Community College, Devon Ellis, 6'5", tweener player that can play multiple positions, physical, strong, can shoot the basketball, can finish at the rim with force, can play multiple positions, aggressive player that was a freshman last year at JUCO and came out early and will be a sophomore for us now. So those are 2 guys that stand out to me from the summertime and workouts. I think we got some sleeper guys as well that you're going to see that we always typically find some under the radar guys that a lot of people don't know about, and we find a way to get them and then develop them. Antoine Wilson's a local player, player of the year in the area lives in Salisbury from Wacomico High School. That'll be our only freshman on the roster. So he's the young boy that's going to have to learn from a lot of people, the upper states, the elder guys. And outside of that, like I said, a lot of new guys, man. A lot of new guys. 5 other guys that are here working hard. Kelechi Okawaro is from Austin P, 6'7", athletic. Can run the floor, dunk basketballs, make plays. Tyler Mack can really shoot the basketball. Comes from the Detroit area. Went to junior college out there, and played a national basketball tournament. Was one of the best shooters in the tournament. So. A lot of guys that can make some things happen that we're excited about, and also excited about our returners. We've got some guys that really got better over the summer. Victor Naboya is a big-time athlete that is competing now to play. 6'9", athletic, 5-man that can run the floor, dunk basketballs. Chase Davis has gotten stronger, put some weight on. He's been a role player off the bench and sometimes has started in spots. Troy Hupstead is a guy that's been our energy guy that's developing every single day. And Toby Nadozie is a returner. It'll be a sophomore. And Deontay Johnson, those 2 guys were freshmen last year. And now they'll be expected to do a lot more as sophomores. So, that's a little bit of the lay of the land. There's a lot more guys that I didn't mention that we could sit here and mention that will be major impacts for us in a competitive summer we just had. and will be even more competitive fall as guys are battling for minutes, which is always fun to watch.
100%. I was going to say that, man. Sorry to me. You have a lot of guys competing for minutes, which is good for you. A good problem to have. A lot of guys that are playable, competing for minutes. But with the way you play, if you stay alive and keep working, the opportunity will arrive. That's why I tell guys, the way you all play is fast and furious. So, look, if you get in that gym, work hard, the opportunity will definitely arise for sure.
Yeah, no question. It's going to be a competitive roster. When you have 8 new guys and 7 are transfers, the other 2 transfers I didn't mention was Damani Claxton from New York. It's a combo guard that's played out in junior college at Bossier Parish in Texas. And then Malang Athian, who's originally from South Sudan, who's out here and went to junior college at Cloud Community College out in Kansas. So we got a lot of new names, a lot of new bodies, and they're going to be out here competing their butts off to try to find a way to be a part of this next wave of what we're doing. And I like our depth. We've got a lot of different routes we can go roster-wise and lineup-wise, and we're going to be creative and see what guys can do in the fall at a higher level and go from there.
And for you, how have you seen the MEAC grow over the past few years, man? I feel like the quality of basketball in your league's gotten better from top to bottom. The bottom close to the top now. It's like every night's a dog fight. It's not like you can just check off a W. Only schedules no more for nobody in the MEAC. Talk about how you all, as a collective, grown player-wise and coaching-wise together.
Yeah, I think the league is improving, but I also think the league is improving because there's been an influx of new coaches that have come in over the last few years and have brought new energy. I came in with that coaching class of Kevin Brodus that went to Morgan State and has improved their competitiveness and gotten them to a better place than they were in previous years before he got the job. Stan Waterman's doing a great job at Dell State. There was a coaching change at South Carolina State last year, and they brought a new guy. He actually left, but and raised their level of competitiveness. And I came here to Maryland Eastern Shore, so we had 4 or 5 new coaches coming to the league, and really start to put a lot of new work in and infusing their own way and their own new talent. And so it's a blue collar, tough, hardworking league where staffs are grinding like crazy to get better. The usual suspects have been Norfolk State, Rob Jones down there, and Lavelle Moten down at North Carolina Central. And now what Kenny's doing at Howard, they've got a lot of support down there with, the Jordan contract and Steph Curry and all those types of things and those dynamics they got going on. So it's a very competitive league. All the coaches are very competitive. We all work hard, and everyone can coach. So and everyone's getting good players and developing them. So it's just been a great thing to see. The MEAC is not what most people think. It's a very good league. It's a very competitive league, and it's a league that's definitely on the rise.
No doubt, man. And I thought people should give you all more respect. I remember when you sent me that picture that you was right there at last. You used to smile a lot of people. I remember that. I said, man, hey, look where you are now, brother. I was so happy for you, man. So let me ask you, man, how was your summer been for you besides coaching and the same? How's it been, man? You doing anything up with the media, man? You using that degree you got that we both have, man?
I haven't done any broadcasting in a minute. Actually, I did something, I think, in the springtime. I did a G League broadcast. As you know, I like to use that communications degree and do a little broadcasting here and there. So I had some fun with that. I did a G League broadcast in the spring. And that's it, man. With 8 new guys, just been really, really on the grind trying to build these relationships and help these guys get better and gain more familiarity with what we're doing. 4 summer weeks. We had a summer session with 4 or 5 weeks of time to have them here, a short summer session. So that was a little bit of an indoctrination into what we do, a preview. And then we get them back. They left last week. We'll get them back in 3 weeks and, look to just keep building this thing. And it's going to take some time with a new group and a young group returning. But we do like the people that we have. And it's always about the people. You got good people. That starts everything. So, but yeah, my summer's been grinding, man. I haven't taken a lot of time off. Just been here working, trying to build this program up.
To see where Josh Hart's got an extension from the Knicks.
There was a lot of activities going on with Josh Hart this offseason.
Yeah, 4 years, $81 million extension for Josh Hart.
Yeah. My Villanova guy, Josh Hart, and Jalen Brunson together up there.
DiVincenzo too.
Yeah, and Dante DiVincenzo, like it's the Villanova guys are all together on one team. I think they'll do some special things because they're winners. They work hard, they'll play together, and you already see the type of new culture that Brunson and Josh Hart have brought to New York, and it's something we haven't seen in a while. So hopefully, as a New Yorker and a New York Knicks fan, we can kind of get this thing right.
Yeah, man, I see you are working up there, man. I think Brunson was one of those signs was very underrated, man, and he really fit what you all do, man, and it really helped get y'all going, man. So I see what you're doing, man. This guy trade away Evan Fournier and get something back for him. Y'all really be good to go.
Yeah, you're always up on the times, man. I don't really have all the updates, but I do know that, hey, wherever the Villanova guys usually go, winning usually follows. So, that's learned a lot from Coach Wright and my time at Nova, and definitely always keep up with the Villanova guys. Had a chance to coach Kyle Lowry, as you remember, and seeing him do great things. But all the Villanova guys out there being successful, shout out to them. And then shout out to the New York Knicks for having 3 Villanova guys at one time. That's a special thing. I don't know, when's the last time you've seen 3 players from the same school that actually played together and won a championship together? That's special right there.
That's rare. You know what's funny? I was at Lake Point and Kyle Neptune was like, man, you always have a craft on your show all the time. I said, yeah, but I said, hey, you were good over there. He said, I can't get you no more. He started laughing. Putting over there, you too bitch out with the Bossman Show. I can't get to you no more. But it was me, him talking, my man, Keith Ergo and Fordham and Adam Fisher and JG Bucknell. Was all sitting there laughing at Lake Point about that, man.
Hey. Shout out to all those Nova guys. Kyle Neptune, doing a great job there. Great recruiting class they got in. Shout out Keith Ergo. Shout out to all the Nova guys that are doing great things. Ergo at Fordham, head coach, Kyle Neptune at Villanova. Us Villanova guys, we just find a way, man. We find a way. But yeah, Kyle too. He tried big time the Bossman Show, man. Tell him Jay Craft, we 11 times in or 12 times in, man. He got to step his game up.
Yes, he does, man. Yes, he does, man. Hey, Jay Craft, it's just what we're talking about, good brother, man. Look, man, I'll be cheering for you, brother. So you know how it is we do, man. Hope to talk to you again down non-conference season. Talk to you. Hope you get a big upset win. We celebrate that on the Bossman Show for your tough appearance. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, boss, man. One way. Appreciate you, brother.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
What's up, good people? Bet Online is your #1 source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. Bet Online continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. What's up, family? Jared the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.